Alright, for this step we're going to be covering the floor. I like to cover the floor first, just to get that out of the way, because after you tape off your walls and the plastic's hanging down, it kind of gets a little bit trickier, and it's not as easy to get the plastic in the corners of the room and where you'd like them to be. So this is the plastic we got here. This is from Home Depot. It's 12 by 400 feet. That's going to get you a long ways. This could probably get you about 6 bedrooms, honestly. So I like to go with the 12 foot. It does come in a 9 foot as well. Just 12 foot I like because it can pull down onto the floor a little bit better. It just hides more areas. You don't need quite as much plastic. Just goes a little bit quicker. So yeah, this is about 25 bucks at Home Depot, and should get you quite a long ways. So yeah.
And then we are going to use our floor tape. This has more adhesive than the frog tape to use it onto the floor and on the corners after we put this down.
Yep. So I'm going to open up the box and
only do that once.
oh yeah.
Alright, Derek, why don't you pull it out of there? They made this one tricky.
It's on the bottom.
There we go. Now, it helps if you have 2 people to do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if one of you are going to paint the ceiling, you know, your husband, your wife, going to paint the ceiling, going to do it yourself,
yeah,
that's fine. But when you're doing the prep, especially with this plastic, it's nice to have 2 people. One person to hold the box and the other person to hold the plastic, kind of stretch it out across the room.
You are going to need the scissors for this, so make sure you have one of those handy. So yeah, pull your plastic all the way from wall to wall. I like to give myself a little access, so I'll make it go like a couple feet longer. Give it a nice little cut, and get your box out of the way, get your scissors out of the way, and then it always is nice. I know I've showed you this in past videos, but if you open up your plastic and take it like a garbage bag, and you can see that gets to 12 feet now. So we have a lot more than we're actually going to need. So I like to start it off at a corner, kind of stretching it as far as I can, and let Chris take over from here. He's got the tape down there.
Alright, sir.
I'm going to come over that way. Yeah.
I am right-handed, so I always start taping from the left side. It's kind of the way I do it. Alright, so, gotta get this. What are you doing here, Derek? Pull this tight so I can get a nice, not sticky, plasticky line going here. Alright. Then you can make sure that's right down to the bottom. Stretch it out.
Yep.
Push it down. As you go. Put your finger down here.
And then the walls are going to cover some of these areas that are being missed. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect, but it's just nice to get it all stuck down, because if you don't put the tape down, when you're walking around, you're going to be pulling up the plastic, and it's going to be getting paint on the floor. The plastic's going to be moving around as you kind of walk on it. So it's a really good idea just to tape it down so it's not moving anywhere.
Alright, there's one side.
Alright.
Do you do these sides too as well, Terry? Or do you kind of just tuck these under?
I can tuck it. You can kind of do whatever you want to do, but I do like to just kind of put at least a piece of tape here and there to tuck it down.
Sure. Let's do that.
Throw it over the toilet we got here. So let's say this is a remodel, so it's a little ripped up. It's not always going to look like this.
make sure you get the corners.
Yeah.
Alright, where are we going next? This on here.
Yep. So yeah, obviously there's a lot more excess plastic than we needed, but that's alright, because it's better to have more than too little.
Alright, this one.
All we're trying to do is just get the plastic to not move around when we're rolling out the ceiling, brushing out the ceiling. We just don't want any paint splatters getting on the ground, because then you gotta spend time cleaning that up. Better not to do that. Alright. Good.